Hi there, welcome to Kneppy Invest and welcome to the stock of the day. Develop Global, pretty good day for the company on December 10, 2024. Share price up about 11 or 12% last time I looked. Company did release an interesting announcement today, but overall, it was a pretty good day for the mining sector. So that probably also helped the share price increase today for this company. Now, Developed Global has been talked about as sort of like a mini mineral resources. And the reason behind that is because this company has two divisions or pillars or whatever you want to call it. So they do have a mining services component, but they also have or own quite a few mining projects. In fact, if you go to their webpage, you can see quite a few of their projects here. Woodlawn, Sulphur Springs, Piney Dome, and they've also got a few joint ventures as well. Now, what I'm going to do is just briefly go through the most recent presentation, Pathway to Cash Flow. In fact, I always like it when companies release anything with a title called Pathway to Cash Flow, because I love cash flow. Hopefully you love cash flow as well. And when they say Pathway to Cash Flow as a title of a presentation, that means the management of the company have their mind set on the right thing, their goals set in the right direction. Now, anyway, so energy transition metals ownership, underground mining services. Pretty good presentation. This was released in September. Actually, they actually released two presentations. This is the updated version at the Resources Rising Star. So pretty good presentation in this. So 5-year business plan, what's been achieved in the last 24 months. I really like when companies have at least a 5-year plan, because we can see how the company is performing. In fact, when companies do release 5-year plans to the market, typically they do fairly well because it seems like the market likes companies having plans as well. Okay, so here are their projects. So Woodlawn, Pioneer Dome, Sulphur Springs, and also their mining services division. So they have contracts with Bellevue Gold, Mount Marion Lithium, West Gold, revenue of $130 million in financial year 24, expecting revenue of $200 million in financial year 25. Now, Woodlawn is the one I want to discuss because in relation to the announcement today, it was about Woodlawn and getting some financing to restart that mine. It has been a mine in the past, mine life of 10 years. And the thing I like here, they provide the revenue, free cash flow, pre-tax NPV. So free cash flow, $1.1 billion, pre-tax NPV of $728 million. So they provide that for all their projects. And if they get all these projects up and running, this company should be, well, the next 10 years should be producing prodigious amounts of cash flow. Now, they'll probably have to use a lot of that cash flow to start more projects in the future. That's exactly what mining companies do. They use that cash flow to get into new mines because all these projects have a mine life. Woodlawn 10 years, Pioneer Dome 7 years, and Sulphur Springs 8 years. The other thing you'd like to know is what they're mining for. They've got it here. Copper, zinc, Woodlawn, lithium, Pioneer Dome, and zinc, copper, Sulphur Springs. Talk about funding and balance sheet. Balance sheet is very important. So at this point, they did have net cash. Talk about their Woodlawn asset. So they did purchase this about 2 years ago, just over 2 years ago, for $100 million. And as if they can produce what they think they're going to produce, that's a pretty good purchase. Purchasing this for $100 million when they might produce upwards of $1 billion in cash flow over a 10-year period. What else do they have here? Talking about the Woodland restart. So if I remember correctly, this was a mine that was in production from 78 to 93. I am sort of guessing at this point in time, but maybe they tell us here. This is what I really like. This is what will draw me into a company. Sort of projecting cash flow, pre-tax cash flow over the next 5 years, from financial year 25 to financial year 30. So many things have to go right for this to actually happen the way they've got it here. And in fact, maybe they are understating the pre-tax cash flows because who knows, maybe zinc and copper go through the roof. Prices, not the commodity itself. So this is using some assumptions, probably, I'd say fairly numerous assumptions. But you can just see the projected cash flow will expand quite significantly over the next 5 years, upwards of just over $500 million per year in financial year 29 and financial year 30. Then they just go talk about value creation, resources tables, that sort of thing. So pretty nice presentation released from the company. So let's have a look at Develop Global today. Why is the share price up 11.3%? Okay, the release announcement called completion of $100 million loan facility with Trafigura. Trafigura? No idea how to pronounce that. Trafigura? No idea. And they go through the details of this particular facility on pages 3 and 4. So they talk about the interests, maturity, security, repayment, etc., etc. So if you really want to bore yourself, maybe you can go through that. I'm joking when I say that. And they just talk about, some stuff in regards to this Woodland copper zinc processing plant is 50% complete. So they are moving towards the point where they will start production within, I think, the next year or so, maybe even more than that. Ore production from underground is now scheduled to commence in the March quarter. So not that far away. So much less than 1 year from now. Anyway, so the market likes it. Share price up 11.31%. And let's have a look at the chart. Now, for full disclosures, I am trading this company. Yes, I am trading this company. I was thinking of getting out the other day, and I did not. And I'm now wavering about whether I should sell, because I think I did buy near the bottom, possibly. So I bought $1.97 about a month ago. And the reason I bought at that point was because I thought it was a fairly low risk trade, and I was trying to figure out what percentage increase in the share price I will take profits. So I was thinking maybe 10 to 20%. And then I was thinking if the share price can get up about 260, that would be a really good move. But then I'm now thinking, I think this could go on an even bigger rally, particularly if you don't see a significant drop in commodity prices, zinc and copper and lithium. So if the share price can break out above 270, that would be a really good move. And I might just keep on holding this trade with Develop Global. Otherwise, share price is not an uptrend. Share price has increased a fair bit. So it's on about from $1.97 up to $2.50 over a short period of time. So whenever you see share price rise like that, you get people like me willing to take their profits. So we might see a bit of pressure in the share price, particularly because the share price is moving towards these highs we saw not that long ago. So there will be shareholders who bought at these levels, say between 240 and 270, who want to get out of this dog stock. The whole reason they're thinking this is a dog stock is because as soon as they bought in, their share price dropped. And that is the mentality of a lot of investors. If the share price doesn't go up immediately, the company is a dog stock. And I actually heard that from actual people, investors. I would say most of those are pretty, novice. I'll say they're novice investors. Anyway, so the chart's not the most exciting looking chart. It's not an uptrend, but the share price has bounced off its a nice little support level at about $1.90. But and the big question I have is, should I take profits? Now, this could be a long-term hold, because if they can achieve their 6-year goals, this company has a market cap, I think, about 500 million. I could be a little bit off there. I think it's about 500 million. In fact, let's check. 500 million, 670. I was a little bit off. Not a lot. But if they can achieve their 5-year goals, that might seem fairly low for this company that has 2 divisions, a mining services division that is growing, and also they're getting into the mining business. They're going to have some mines that will be in production. Okay, that's all I have for this particular stock of the day video. If you have any questions, any thoughts, leave those in the comment section of this video. Otherwise, I'm not a financial advisor. If you need financial advice, make sure you seek out someone who is qualified and can speak to your own financial needs. That's it for this video. Have a good day. Bye.